last time we sat here just a few days ago, you played a game that it felt like nobody really wanted to win, and I know that's not really the case, but it was just like this slow game, and it was weird, and tonight it was just all over the place. Do you have any reason for that? Why did it end up being like it was tonight?
Oh, well, I don't have a great reason, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, of the 9 goals, I can't even tell you how many were set piece goals. Like, many, yeah. I can't even go through them all right now. But, yeah, I didn't think we were sharp enough in the first half. I thought we still played too slow to bring it back. And then I thought the free kick goal, like, we knew, it's been talked about all week, like, anything 30 yards and in, the 18's like super dangerous. He tucked one last year in the quarterfinal, and then he goes the opposite way, and we get caught with our hand in the cookie jar a little bit. So yeah, I don't have a great reason why it ends 5-4, but yeah, for the fans, like, what an emotional roller coaster. So yeah, it's a really good Wake team. It's 2 teams that want to play, or that see the game in like an attacking mindset. I told the guys in my pre-game talk to them, if you want to win, you want to try to win the ACC tournament, you have to be the best defensive team in the league. We gave it 4 goals. So I don't think we've shown that yet. Maybe we'll be a little better next game, but yeah, maybe I got to go back and learn a little bit myself. But yeah, it was a wild one. It's a range of emotions from everybody, but what a fun one for sure.
You mentioned the emotional roller coaster for the fans watching 9 goals in 90 minutes. When Wake Forest scores its 4th goal, down a man, after you sat through watching them get 2 goals late last year at this time, what was the emotional roller coaster like for you and your staff?
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute gut punch for sure. To be up a man, we make changes to try to kill the game off. The guy scores a fantastic goal, the third, to make it 4-3, and then, yeah, we absolutely botch a set piece, and it's something we'll be watching in this very room tomorrow morning, as we always do. Like, we have got to be sharper, and that's on me, and that's on the rest of us. I mean, the guy who should have been released out, the guy we just recently subbed, and we did not. We'll hold our hand up as coaches, and it's my responsibility, but we did not sort it quick enough. They went short. We got caught scrambling. We released a player that had a mark, so it was, yeah, a mess. But to think you go 4-4 and then less than 3 minutes later it goes 5-4, yeah, I'm happy I didn't have a whole lot of time to sit with it, because when it goes 4-4, like, that is an indictment on the way we see out games. So we should never have gotten to 5-4, but that is our game sometimes.
It's tough to talk about all the twists and turns in this one, but on the subject of set pieces, did you feel like there was anything different tonight in the way your guys executed set piece wise? I guess it was 4 out of the 5 goals were off set pieces, if you think about it.
Yeah. I don't know if we scored like a true set piece goal all year.
Right.
It's been something we've talked about like constantly. Yeah, a couple of things go into it. Charles' service was much better. I mean, he put the ball in really good spots with enough pace. And Enzo's and Slade's headers were like, those were grown man headers, so really well taken. The scramble off the long throw, yeah, those are just about like grit and tenacity, and yeah, it's like Step had the first, and awesome moment to see Landon nab the winner when he almost nabbed the winner on a header at the back post a couple seconds earlier. So.
You've mentioned during the year that you wanted to find time to get more minutes for Landon. How gratifying was it to you, as you said, he comes in late, he gets what turned out to be the game winner?
No, look, like it's Landon and several others within our team should play more. And it's like, it causes me a lot of anxiety and a lot of, sleepless nights and stuff like that, like, he's a very good player. He's in a team with some very good players as well, and I want to get him more time. Like, it's something I think about. We try to, as the season goes on, like most coaches, we get tighter with our rotations, and we don't rotate just to rotate at some point, but he was called on, and a big moment for him, and that will not be the only big moment that young man has, because he's a top player who will have an excellent career.
You guys answered the first goal really quick. Took a little longer to get that second goal, but you kind of felt like the field had tilted, that it was coming. Just how big was it when goals have been hard to come by to kind of get that rush? Yeah,
like, I mean, when it went 2-2 and then quickly went, well, I don't know how quickly it was now that I think about it. Quick enough. It went 3-2 and then it went 4-3. It went 4-2, like bang bang. It's super gratifying. Like, it's an awesome experience. That's a game that these guys will talk about, when they're 60 years old, sitting around and talking about SMU soccer. They will always go back to. Remember SMU Wake in the first round of the ACC tournament in 2025? What a game that was. So, it's nice to see the rush of goals. We got to continue to breathe and realize it's one game, and the next one comes super quick. So we'll need to be, we'll have to turn the page quick tomorrow. Get ready for whoever's next.
Were you even aware that pulling hair leads to a red card? And will you ask all of your players coming back next year to start growing their hair?
That was a wild one. I've never seen it. I saw it, everybody saw it a few years ago, like many years ago, when it happened in a women's soccer game that somebody got absolutely drugged down. It was like totally violent. Cooper Flax is like a wonderful player. Tough way for him to end his season like that, because he had a really good game and scored 2 goals. But yeah, he knew, like he took it, he just walked off and said like, oh hell, I probably shouldn't have done that. And, he exited the field quickly. So yeah, I mean, it was a rush of blood to the head, a silly one from him for sure. He was frustrated, I'm sure, but I'm sorry that his season ended, with that moment.
Wake Forest has been, if not the standard, a standard in this league for so many years. Does it mean any more for a night like this to come against such a quality team?
Yeah, I mean, like, Wake Forest is a top program. You ask any coach, youth player, administrator, everybody knows Wake Forest is a very good program. Really well coached, a ton of respect for Bobby and his staff. He does a great job recruiting. Is it more satisfying to beat Wake than to beat somebody else in the league? Not really. Like, it's a fun game because stylistically it's pretty similar. And I think that it's not just going to be like aerial challenges and duels, and like it's going to be a footballing match, which is fun. I mean, the game is different. How you play one team and how one team chooses to play, like, that is their prerogative. And like, there's not a right or wrong way to play. The similarity between the two programs makes for a pretty entertaining game. So yeah, we'll play them next year. We go there next year. So it'll be, I don't know when the heck it'll be, but I'm sure it'll be a wild one again. So I'm sure there'll be some motivation.
no matter who you play in the next round, it'll be a team that you played somewhat recently in the last 4, I guess, games. How much goes into that when you're looking at the film of what worked, what didn't work, knowing that they're making those kind of same adjustments?
Yeah, I mean, it's good and bad, I guess, to have like a game plan, or to know like the scout, it's not done, but like it's virtually done. We know both of those teams. Had good games, crazy games with both of them, which I feel like almost every game in this league is. Yeah, either one is going to be a fun challenge for us. Our goal is to try to win this tournament. So whoever comes next, yeah, will be a fun challenge for the boys. But I'm sure Jaime and the rest of the staff is upstairs downloading video, or they've probably done it before the game actually, and they're starting to cut it and watch it, and it's not too far until we're presenting a scouting report on Saturday morning for a Sunday game.
We talked about the gratification you got out of Landon scoring the game winner, but another one of your goals, and obviously they were all critically important, came tonight from Enzo, who has played a number of different roles for you, and a few years ago weren't even sure really had a spot on the team. To see him score a goal like that, which at the time was the equalizing goal in a game like this, what does that mean to you and to guys like him who sort of bet, as he said, bet on himself?
Yeah, like the story of Enzo Pinozzo and like how he found his way onto this team, like that is a story for 3 years ago. Like that kid, he deserves everything that he gets. He is an absolute winner and a warrior. And people like sometimes look at Enzo because he's so physically gifted and he's good in the air and he's really good in a duel and he's got this like really feisty competitive nature. They overlook that like this kid's a good footballer. Like this kid can play. And yeah, I would never bet against Enzo. Like if Enzo wants to do something, he wants to play. I mean, Enzo, he has all the ability, athleticism, technique, competitiveness to play well beyond SMU. So yeah, the kid just continues to get better and he is invaluable to this team.
That long throw, I think people outside of soccer think, yeah, you just throw the ball as hard as you can, but how do you develop a player like that? How do you gain the trust for him to do that and to then execute it? And look, like every team in the world now, like as people become, as statistics and analytics and everything turns more to the math and the numbers and the statistics, like long throws are more prevalent than ever. It used to be like, it's ugly, it's dirty, like it's not the beautiful way to play, like we don't do long throw-ins. I think that's kind of lost that like negative stigma or connotation to it. Everybody in the world focuses on it. It is a way to get an entry into the box. Many years ago, a coaching friend of mine would say like the #1 statistic that's directly correlated with wins and losses is entries into the box. You have to get the ball into a dangerous area. So Mukisa and Enzo can both toss it a long way. It is something we train. It's more about, like, a lot of times it's not us getting the flick. Like, it's a hard thing to head because it's coming at, like, not a lot of pace. It's coming down on you instead of in, and, like, it's hard to generate any power, and often it just falls. So it's not only the first phase, it's, like, the second ball when it falls again, like us being and running to the right spots. So, yeah, it's something worked on. Normally, like, coaches just say, like, hey, guys, who can toss it long? Let's see it. We went 6 months without knowing Mookie could do it, and one day he just said, like, hey, look, coach, I can throw it far. I'm like, holy cow, Mook. Like, so, yeah, it's a great threat. We've had guys here for years who have done it that, like, it's lost that negative stigma to it for sure, and it's just a way for us to create a chance.